Another type of symptom that you can commonly see caused by fungi is something called a canker. Cankers are very similar in a way to leaf spots in that they are very localized infected areas, but with cankers they tend to occur on tougher plant parts, things like stems, branches, and trunks. In this particular example, we have a canker that's occurring on a honey locust tree. You can see this very elongated area where it is sunken and tissue has disappeared due to the infection. This is what's called Nectria canker. Nectria is a type of fungus that very commonly causes cankers on a variety of woody ornamentals. In this particular case, the fungus most likely entered in through a pruning wound. If you take a look at the center of that cankered area, you can see where there was a branch that was cut off. And you'll notice a couple things about this. It's very, very flush cut. That is, it's cut very, very close to the trunk, which made a very, very large area through which the fungus could enter. And what I also suspect happened in this particular case is that the pruning tools of the person who was pruning were probably contaminated. It's very easy to pick up canker fungi on cutting tools, and if you don't decontaminate between cuts, you can actually transfer these fungi from plant to plant as you prune. Best way to get rid of fungi on pruning tools is to either use something like 10% bleach or even a little better, 70% alcohol. Bleach can be a little bit corrosive to metal tools, but 70% alcohol works quite well. You can use something like rubbing alcohol or also some of the spray disinfectants. Lysol or other brands oftentimes contain about 70% alcohol, and you can just spray those onto your tools and allow them to air dry. Also notice in this particular picture that even though there's a canker there, the tree is trying to respond to that infection. Take a look at those rolls of tissue along the edge of the infected area. That's actually what's called callus tissue, and that's the plant's response to try to cover over the wound that's been caused by this infection. Unfortunately, with this particular tree, I know where this tree used to be. Notice past tense. This was a honey locust that was outside my building on the UW-Madison campus. Even though the tree is responding, the fungus is still there. It eventually became active again, the canker enlarged, and eventually the top part of this tree died because the trunk was girdled and the tree was removed.